is Floral V from Miami. We are here at French Floral Designs, and I'm really happy to be here with you today. Thank you for inviting me in this beautiful summit. I see a lot of motivation in your text message through WhatsApp, so it's really great to be with you. I'm really honored to participate in this event today and be part of this journey of discovery and inspiration. So I'm here with my friend Robert. Robert, come here. This is my friend Robert. Robert is an excellent floral designer and an excellent chef. So maybe in the future, if you want to learn more about cooking, I'm sure Robert would have a lot of secret recipe to show you. So that's it. So what we're going to do today, we're going to talk a bit maybe about my past. How did I come to become a floral designer? And at the end, we'll talk about technique and maybe show you some tricks and a little workshop so that you see a few flowers. All right, so let's go.
Veronique, here we are at French Floral Design, joining the summit. What words of inspiration can you share with people to show them how your path came to this ownership of French Floral Design?
Yeah, I mean, like we arrived here 7 years ago, and we were looking for an activity. So we had to choose. It was a new start, and when it's a fresh start, it's really exciting in a way. But yeah, you can have a bit of fear because you don't know what you're gonna do. But we had this opportunity to buy this little flower shop that soon became our own, with our own brand, our own energy and designs. And that was really an opportunity that just came up, and we could have done something else, but we chose that floral shop. And so far, you know, like it's been a creative journey. 7 years of hard work, still hard work. You know, it's not an easy profession. I don't want to say that because you have to work a lot of hours, but it's so gratifying because through floral design you can express yourself. You can express your love or express the love of others, and that's one part I like about floral design. Is like every time, you know, like we have an arrangement that is going somewhere, there's always a little cardette, like a little note there, and I love to read those notes. Some people take great care in writing like either poems or sharing their love with their family or their friends, and it really gives me the inspiration when I see those notes. You see, I'm getting like goosebumps just because that's what's gonna motivate me. That's what's gonna motivate the artist to do a great job or to go beyond expectation, and that's what I like.
Would you say that floral design was a hidden talent that you didn't know that you had, and passion?
Well, to a certain extent, it certainly is, because I didn't know that I had this in me. I knew that I had a creative fiber since I'm a little girl. I've always liked to play with my little knickknacks and create my little things, my little world. But it certainly is, and it's a great opportunity as a professional to show more of yourself and to share your love with others that maybe is not so obvious in other profession. Although I'm sure creativity is everywhere. You know, you can be creative with administrative papers. But this one is like more to do with art, and if you like art, if you like beauty, if you like to share, if you like to love, then yeah, it is a path. It could be a path for you.
Well, here we see you surrounded by beautiful colors and textures of flowers, and a very interesting painting above your head that I happen to know that you created. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Oh yeah, this one is the illustration. This is a fresco, so you see it's quite big because I'm 5'3", so it's really quite big. It's the illustration of a poem that I wrote last year, Sherlock and the Clock. This poem is about unity and peace, you know, with everybody in the world. And if you look at the fresco, you see all these people, 12 people actually, holding hands. It's like smaller, there's children and adult. So there's no color on purpose, and they don't want to choose black or white. You know, like this is colorful how life is, and it represents the clock. This work was given to the Jackson Memorial Hospital in Miami to thank as a thank you for the work of the healthcare professional. That was part of an organized event through my School of Design and with other designers, fabulous designers. I was the only one not doing floral art piece that time. But I'm really happy how it turns out. There's little articles of that, you know, we can remember in a few years when everything goes better. So no, I really like that piece. So it's very nice. But I'm doing all sorts of I'm using other mediums that I didn't think that I would use. I've done a bit of sculpting here for a competition, and actually it's interesting to say that because Patriot, I know that he's here. That's the poet Patriot. Enoch is right here in this statue. And we didn't win for that competition, but it's a beautiful piece. I love it. It was representing two poets holding the flame of humanity. So when it was covered with flowers, there was like bird of paradise representing a flame inside. So it's all orange and blue, like the colors of the fire, and all sorts of little cactus and some air plants, and the big, you know, the heads were filled with flowers. It was really.
Veronique, what words of encouragement could you give someone who is just starting out on the path and just starting to discover their creativity and their passions?
Well, I think they should really follow, you know, their this path, their dream. If they like to do something, then they're probably in the right direction. You don't have to see like financial outcome coming like you know, running into you. You know, like art is very it takes more than art to make a business going. You have other knowledge that you benefit from. You know, like if you want to have a flower shop, you have to count, you have to be a salesperson, you have to do all these things. So you have to accumulate different types of knowledge. The more that you know, the best, the more resilient you're going to be in your life, and the more you will have to share with others. So when it comes to creativity, I think the value, your path, you know, like will be lit up with your own values. So you have to find your values and your purpose within yourself. Very often, you know, we rely on others and we ask others to give us the answers, but the answer is right here inside of you. You have to find your value and believe that you are capable, because I'm sure all of you are very capable of making it up to the top. And I wish you much success in your life, whatever you do. It doesn't have to be, you know, you can do different things in life. You can start doing one profession and then you can move to something. That's my path. I've done different things. You know, I had a campground in France. I was working admin in Great Britain, and now I'm a florist. And it's all these discovery of different knowledge, experience, techniques that's going to make your path so interesting, and that you can share with others and inspire others, because that's what life is about becoming, for me, a better person and being able to inspire others to do the same, to find their path.
So it seems to me that you are very interested in connecting people with their passions and with people in a expression of unity.
Exactly, yeah, and I feel very strongly about this, and since last year particularly, when I've seen all this distress that COVID has started all over the world, you know, like you can feel sometimes through people the emotions, you know. Yeah, and I wish a lot of success to this book. It took me a long time to figure it out if I was going to put it in the air, and I'm so happy that I'm close. Finishing it now, and it should be out before Christmas, before the Christmas holiday, and I hope I can be invited on your channel and talk about it.
Well, wonderful. With that, why don't we have a little demonstration of your floral talents and give the people in the summit an idea of what it takes to create a flower arrangement?
Right, let's do. I can maybe show you a few tricks, and let's see some flowers. But here behind me, you can see other. Since we're here, I'm going to show you just a few. There's fear. There's like the future is uncertain, and art is here to help, to show, you know, your gratitude, your love to others, and you have a role as an artist to ease those emotions, to make people find their way and inspire people.
And I think it's not only to ease their emotions, but also to even deal with the raw emotions of sadness and fear and discrimination. And we do that through art. We need to be expressing these. And it seems that your mission is to really get the expression out, no matter what expression is, especially through your writings. I know that I have been privileged to some of them. So maybe you can speak to some of your poetry a little bit here.
Yeah, my poetry is, I would say, spiritual. Maybe going towards philosophy. I've tried over the last year to assemble, you know, like a book with all the different themes that I've written on, and it looks like there's a cohesion in that book. And all my poems are talking about humanity, about unity, about peace. You know, why can we not all get on? You know, we're all good people, and I'm sure, you know, like all the perceptions that we have are personal, and I think if people would be more connected and try to understand each other better, I think that the world would be going in a better direction.
Demonstrate the art of flower arrangement.
So for you today, I have two small arrangements. I have this one, which is in foam. So I'm redoing in front of you this one, and I'm gonna explain a few things, and then we're gonna move with the hydrangea arrangement. So what I'm doing right now is I'm cutting some leaves. Those are native leaves to here and Latin America. Okay, they're called aspidistra leaves. Okay, and what I'm doing, I'm stapling them. Just like this to give them a bit of shape. So like this, you control the shape of your design. Okay, so here in this one, they have to be identical. So I have to do, I've used four aspidistra leaf. I'm going to shine them. It's like the hairdresser will also shine things so that it looks a little nicer. And I'm going to cut some dianthus or green tricks. This is coming from Colombia. So I'm going to use the same recipe. In floral design, we also talk like chefs. We have recipes, so we use the same amount. especially if the flowers are the same size.
So it's to keep uniformity in if we're
uh-huh.
doing like a large event and all the tables have the same arrangement.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you can work with different type of flowers for the same arrangement, and it's a little annoying if you have different size of head. But you just have to adapt. Use a little less, a little more. But usually, if they're from the same shipment, then you get the same size of flowers. So now I have a succulent here. So that's succulent is from here, and I'm gonna place it right at the front. Okay, and then I've got these little water tubes for short flowers. So what we do is like we open a little if the stem is a little large, and then we put it inside, and it's a little reservoir of water. So I'm going to put one, and this one is just going to go at the front because you don't want to show some holes. Another one here. So those are orchids, and they're very popular. I don't know if you can find them in Nigeria, but here in Miami they're really common. A lot of hotels use those for arrangement because they're long lasting and they allow to keep the cost down. Okay, here what we have is a steel grass. Steel grass is coming from Australia. And I kind of add a little something, a little volume to the arrangement and to make it more interesting.
A little sculptural aspect.
Exactly. So I'm going to put another one since the other one had two, because they're going to the same shop and on different desk, so they want their thing looking